Welcome to Brando Consulting. This is Lance, and we're going to take a quick peek at the inventory screen and the features on the inventory screen. We'll go to Materials, Inventory. On this screen we can do cycle count adjustments, we can perform simple moves, and we can scrap. We can also take a peek at where our inventory is and the quantity of our inventory. So on the left hand side in this list you'll see a list of inventory in stock. This list will not show you your entire part list. To see what your parts are on your part list, go to the part screen. This only shows you what you have in stock. Alright, so let's take a look at B202. This item shows up in receiving, and it's in stock in Salt Lake City. It's also in LA. So the format here is the warehouse-location. Warehouse-location. So MI stands for Michigan. And so you'll see what's in Michigan, what's in Salt Lake, LA, etc. This number will show us total quantity on hand that you personally have user rights to view. You may not have user rights to view all of the warehouses. Here we can also view the costing layers of the parts and even edit the costs if you have rights to do that. I clicked here and it shows us each costing layer and the costs in Fishbowl. And this little blurb here will show us overview of these numbers in each warehouse. So we've got quantity on hand, allocated, non-inventory, on order. These same quantities show up here in total, in absolute total. So we've got total and then we've got breakdown. Okay? So if your inventory is not in one place, first check to see if it's just in a different location. All you may need to do is move it. You may not need to scrap it or cycle count it. So let's take a look at move first. Let's say we received inventory into Salt Lake City, but that was done in error. It was supposed to be received into LA. So we'll come over here, click move, put in LA and select one of the locations in LA. Just write a note as to why the mistake happened. Enter in the quantity that was supposed to be received in Salt Lake. Click OK. Now we've got it moved. Quantity on hand is what you own. Quantity allocated is what is going to decrease. This example shows quantity on a work order. This is a raw good, so soon this will decrease in quantity on a work order. Finished goods are usually allocated to sales orders. Not available means it's usually in a quality control location. Drop ship means it's being drop shipped to a customer. Available for sale is what you can sell to the customer. Available for sale is quantity on hand minus allocated minus not available plus drop ship. On order is the amount that it will soon increase. This could be on a purchase order for raw goods. It could be on a work order for finished goods. Committed means you're in the middle of picking it and it's locked down. You can't have it. It'll soon be shipped out. Backordered is the difference between allocated and on hand. So in this example, there is more allocated than on hand, and the difference is backordered. That does not mean that you have it on a purchase order. It means it's short and you need to put it on a purchase order. Okay? So let's say we have inventory in stock here. It says 10, but when our guy last went out on the shelf, there was actually only 9. So that's a miscount. Miscounts If we don't know why, then we perform a cycle count adjustment. Cycle count adjustments debit or credit inventory, and then debit or credit inventory adjustment expense, depending on whether it's an increase or a decrease. For a cycle count adjustment, we update the quantity rather than add or take away the quantity. So we'll click Finish. Now for scrap, we click the scrap button over on the right hand side. This is always a decrease. So we'll enter the amount that we're going to scrap, and it's scrapping from the location we have selected. So thank you for joining us today on a quick overview of the functions and features of the inventory screen.